jet. So, and we have defined it here, and also we can see that we have imported here. Source screen, right? So, we have written the basic code of that. So what we will do, we will create one folder as going forward. We may have some we may have some more models. So that would be best if we can create the folder of directory of it, and we will create a as this model is for the course model, we will name it a course model dot dart, right? We will start the as we define the class in every programming language. We define it here, course model. Now let's open that Postman collection. What we are getting in generally while defining properties or defining a variable in the variable in the Dart, we have to mention first of the data type of it. So as we can see, ID cursor is the data type of integer. After that, we have nombre, which is string. I will not write everyone everything in the detail. So this data type and the property name, is it clear to everyone? Do anyone have any doubt for that?
Oh, all is clear.
Yeah. So as we define the properties there, now we will define the constructor here. I hope constructor methods are clear to everyone. These dot are triggered whenever the class is created. These dot ID cursor. This dot activo. This dot URL. This dot idioma. This dot. Now we have created constructor. We have created the properties of it. Now what we will as you can see here, our response is in the response we are getting ID cursor. We have mentioned it here. We are getting nombre, we are getting content ID, we are getting cost, we are getting duration, activo, URL, idioma. We have everything mentioned. As we can see here, our response is in which type? Can anyone guess this? Uh, which or is it XML or is it a JSON response? Can anyone guess this? Hello. Hello,
Take a
evening,
while.
Alex. Yes. Can anyone see the what is the type of response here? Hello.
It is a JSON response or something like that.
Yes, it's a JSON response, right? So what we now what we want what we have to do, we have to convert this JSON response into particular of a class response, like class based.
Yes.
So
We need
what we
the
have to do,
for that
yeah,
now.
we have to convert this JSON, convert this JSON into our class object, right? So for that, we have to write the method here. How we will how we will do it? We will map every string right? So for example, if we are getting, we have ID cursor here, right? And what in the from the JSON, what we will get? ID cursor. We have to assign it to this variable. Now we have nombre. Now what we have to do? We have to assign it here. For example, this is just a kind of a little quiz or Q&A for everyone. What if I do title here and also I do title here? What I have to do here? Can anyone say?
Yes, we have duplicates and variables.
Okay. So like to run this, what I have to do? We have to do. Can Alex? Do you wanted to Alex or anyone wanted to add anything? Angel, Eric, Anahi, you
No,
you guys
teacher.
wanted to? Yeah. So here what we as we have see here we are giving our model attribute model property. So ID cursor is our model property, ID cursor. And here we are giving the what is coming from the JSON. What we wanted to get the value from which key of JSON we wanted to assign to ID cursor. So we have to pass it. So for example, we wanted to put ID cursor of the JSON into the ID cursor of our class class attribute, right? So as we have the title attribute or title property of our class, we wanted to sorry nombre property of JSON, we wanted to assign it to our title. So what we have to do, we have to say that the title should be equal to JSON and nombre, right? So in this way it works. Generally, this kind of thing required when generally backend have stored their variables into snake case or that kind of thing, and we use camel case. So to convert this kind of caching, we can also do it here. So it will automatically map here. It will automatically get mapped here, right? So after that, we have content ID. Content. Is it clear to everyone? Or like,
Yes.
okay, great. So as moving forward, we have defined the cost of, we have defined the duration, we have defined the Activo URL, idioma, imagine. Okay, so now what will happen while getting the data, while we are what we can say, while we generally get the data, we get it in the JSON and particularly transform it to our class property, right? Now in the reverse case, what if we wanted to send the request, what we wanted to convert the class property to a JSON. Also, we have to write the method for it, right? So as we have traveled from A to B, now we are traveling from the B to A. You can consider this as a reverse engineering thing. You can say, right? So for that, what we can do to JSON, we will give final. So whenever we define any variable, we define the type of it. So final is a type that it's not got as we have said that feature. So final is kind of thing that get in it will return a promise kind of thing that it will either reject or resolve. So we have to convert our class data to a JSON object or a JSON key. For that thing, we are writing this method here, right? Um, so in our data, we have ID cursor. Now, what we are using here in the Postman ID cursor. So in the JSON, it will be ID cursor. The same thing will be proceed for the norm break content ID, cost row, duration, at activo URL, idioma. This thing will be the same way. We will do that. What we have done here is we have created one object. We have assigned the value of class property to that object, and we are returning that object. Now, is it clear to everyone? Do anyone have any question or any query regarding this model part? So this is how generally we create model. We create properties of that model, methods for that model, two compulsory method for that constructor method, and the map to JSON and JSON to map method. I hope it's clear to everyone, and I'm open to query or questions if anyone will have. So I think till this part everyone is clear. I'm assuming that right now. Do you anyone have any query?
No, I have no question. It was clear.
Okay, great. So now moving forward to the core strat screen. So what we have did, as we can see over the screen, our loader is showing. What we have did, or what I have did, let me just go through over the code first, right? So first of all, we have defined the list of type of course model, which we have defined now, course model, right? And course list is a data type of course list will be the list of course model. And currently for the initial for the reference basis, we have made it empty object, empty array. After that, we have took one variable for showing the loader, as we have seen in many applications or the website. Whenever anything is going, like anything is dependent on the backend, we generally show the loader that user get the surety that application is running, anything is going, any process is going on. So for to showcase the loader, we have made this variable here, state variable here. Now Dart or the Flutter have lifecycle methods. As we have in the React, we have use effect. By use effect, we can pass empty array. In the Angular, we have a ing on it, or in whatever the methods we have, generally this kind of lifecycle methods. So in Flutter, we have this initiate method. Initiate method is a lifecycle method that whenever our application loads, our page loads, this method got called. What we have did, we have created one load courses function, which it is type of using as we are doing the API call, as we are writing API call here. After that, we have just created some methods for the delete course from the list for temporary reasons. Update course, is URL is valid or not. This kind of methods we have written. Now going forward to the code, let me just showcase you what our application will look like. Our application will be having one button to add course. We will be having app bar, which is the tech guru courses. Whenever we change any content here, so for example, courses, and I execute the save, it will get reflected here. Right. Meanwhile, we can move ahead into the body part. What we have did, if it's showing the loader, if it's in the loading phase, what we do, we are showing one.
No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal y activar la campanita de notificaciones Deja tu like y sé parte de la comunidad de Tech Gurus.